So this video isn't going to be like my typical videos that I make on this channel, because this video is going to be mostly ranting. Me ranting and me being extremely annoyed and pissed off. Because as you can see in the background of my videos, if you've paid attention at all, but you know, I've mentioned it a couple times as well, but we're going to have a quick look and you will quickly see that I am a Star Wars fan. I have the Boba Fett helmet. I have a Grogu here. I can't remember what these things are, but I got it in a mystery box. I have Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers because she's my favorite character in the whole game. I have Star Wars Legion, war games, similar to Warhammer. I can't really think of the name right now. Then I have a whole load of collectibles, just so much Star Wars stuff. I love Star Wars. I remember when I was younger, my mum used to put me and my brother in front of the TV and put Star Wars on for us, and we used to watch it all the time. We loved it. We loved it. The original trilogy and the prequel trilogies. This 1 and 2 questionable, but 3 definitely. I love 3 a lot. And you can bet your ass that when it was announced that Disney was taking over Lucasfilms and that they were looking to release the sequel trilogy, me about 10 years ago now, when I was 16, I was like, oh, wow, more Star Wars, holy crap. I was excited. Hell yeah, I was. Definitely. And then it came out. I mean, Force Awakens, really, it wasn't that bad. If you think about it, Force Awakens was actually kind of decent, but Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker were just astronomical failures. They honestly really were. Last Jedi is why The Force Awakens is so bad, by the way. Force Awakens, when it came out, it actually isn't that bad. It's actually kind of decent. I would put it above some other, Star Wars movies. I would put it above, Phantom Menace and Attack on the Clones. You got to take out nostalgia. But, Last Jedi just makes that movie worse. It honestly does. Last Jedi makes that movie so bad. And at Rise of Skywalker, there was nothing they could do to make that movie good. It was going to be terrible. And ever since then as well, ever since the movies, even the TV shows, the only real good TV show that we've gotten is Mandalorian. You could put Clone Wars in there, but really Clone Wars started before the, Disney acquired Lucasfilms. And yes, the last season was the greatest thing that we've gotten out of all of Disney. You have to admit that. Mandalorian has been pretty decent. I would say I've enjoyed Mandalorian a definite amount. But besides that, I'm a massive fan of Ahsoka. And even then, the show was good, but it still could have been better. And for me personally as well, I've canceled my Disney Plus subscription as well. I've canceled it. I've completely canceled it. So I have no hope for the future of Star Wars, really. And then today, it's taken me a bit to really get into it, but I really want to put it into a scope of everything. Like I said, this video is just a rant. Is that today it got announced? Well, it's been leaked that supposedly they are making more Star Wars movies, but not standalone movies. Supposedly, it was reported by Deadline, and it's been leaked. And apparently it's a pretty decent source as well, what we're hearing. This is all apparently, but supposedly it is really strong source. This guy here, Simon Kinbury, is to write and produce the new Star Wars trilogy that is actually going to be linked with the Skywalker, saga. It is a episode 10, 11, and 12. And I'll tell you right now, is that I have no faith in these movies right now. I would love to be proven wrong. I would 100% love to be proven. I want to be wrong. Everything that I'm going to say in this video, I want to be proven wrong. But the future of Star Wars is very, very vague, especially when we're coming off stuff like The Acolyte. The only good thing that really Star Wars has produced in recent times has been Andor. I haven't even watched it. Like I said, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription. I don't, why else would I want to have it? I had Disney Plus originally because of Star Wars, and then they've just come out and produced shit. And yes, I could pick it back up to watch Andor because I've heard nothing but good things about that. But besides that, what else am I going to watch? Because all I want is Star Wars. Well, I'm going to go watch The Acolyte, where I want to stab my eyes out and bash my head up against the wall. What am I going to do? Watch Boba Fett again? Want to watch the Lando show? This right here is the status of the upcoming, just the films that are going to be released for Star Wars. And I don't really have too much faith in a lot of these because of what we've seen in recent times. It's not been great, especially when it comes to the films and when it comes to the Skywalker saga itself. Like, yes, some of these standalone movies could be great. I have some decent faith in some of these movies that they could actually be good, especially Dave Filoni. Whenever something that Dave Filoni is involved in, I'm 100% backing that. Like, I'm definitely backing that. But when it comes to the Skywalker saga itself, how can I, as a Star Wars fan, have faith in more Skywalker saga movies after the way that the sequel trilogy ended, with Luke Skywalker being a complete fucking bitch? Like, he was legit a bitch in the whole of The Last Jedi, was nowhere to be seen in Rise of the Skywalker. The legitimate last Skywalker in Ben Solo, like the last person of that bloodline, fucking dies at the end of the movie. And then Rey, all of a sudden, who's Rey Palpatine, decides to call herself Skywalker. Like, you're fucking not. I'm sorry. You can call yourself whatever you want. I can stand here and call myself Dante DiCaprio, but that doesn't make me a fucking DiCaprio. Like, no, that's not how it works. I'm sorry, lady, but how is this going to be a Skywalker saga? How is this going to continue on the sky? Like, are we going to all of a sudden, like the best thing that I can come up with in my brain is that Luke had a kid somewhere with, man, if he had to have a kid, I hope it's with, I can't remember off the top of my head, but that chick in Legends. Like, they should have just done Legends. They honestly, like, Legends was there. If you don't know what Legends is, Legends was like pretty much the extension of the Skywalker saga after, you know, the original trilogy happened. That it was all through comics. So it was all in comics, and it's still like a thing now. They call it Legends because it's no longer canon. But like the way they went about it in that, where Luke got married to someone, he had a kid, and then there was also, you know, Leia and Han Solo. They did have children, but they had like 3 kids. One of them turned out to be a Jedi. One of them did turn out to be Sith. And the way that they did that, it was so much better than the way that the sequel trilogy dealt with everything. And they also made Luke a badass. Like, the reason why when you hear real Star Wars fans talk about how strong Luke is because they're going off by all the things that aren't just shown in the movie, but all the other things. But the thing is that, like, that's what sucks as well, is that we're meant to be shown how powerful these characters really are by people who, like, know about Legends and know about, like, all the stuff that happens behind the scenes and not in the movies that are actually canon with these characters. But instead we don't. We just get shit that's put out to us, and then you expect us to have faith now, and it's like, oh yes, we want another. No! You know what we want? You know what I want, at least? And I think I've seen a few other people say this, and like maybe you who's watching this video might be on the same road as me, is that we want episodes 7, 8, and 9 retconned. We want them gone. Retconned, made uncanon, fucking alternative universe or alternative timeline or something like that. Because they just fucked it up. It is so bad, and then they're expecting to continue the Skywalker saga. If this is true, that they are continuing the Skywalker saga, oh fuck. I hope I get proven wrong, but I don't have it much faith. I really, really don't. Especially when this bitch, Kathleen, how? Someone please explain to me how Kathleen Kennedy is still the president of Star Wars. Someone fucking explain. It does not make sense in my brain. Somewhere deep down in here, it doesn't make sense to me. It really fucking doesn't. And you can like be watching this video and say, Donnie, you're overreacting. Oh my god, you're acting like a child. I don't give a shit, okay? I love Star Wars, and I will act like a child as much as I want because it means a lot to me. Because I grew up with it. It's my fucking childhood. And I love Star Wars. And I hate to see I hate to see my entertainment, something that I like, go to shit. I want to sit there and enjoy things. And if something that I used to enjoy in the past is being continued, and instead of it being continued to be enjoyed, it's now a pile of shit, I'm going to talk shit about it. And I'm going to rant about it. And I think I have every right to goddamn do so. Thank you for listening to my rant. I think I needed to get that out. After hearing this and hearing that it's the Skywalker saga, I'm out. I can't see any direction that they could go in. I really, really can't. I honestly can't. But that's going to be from me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.